Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 270. Seems like it's been a while because I had that overnight. I was tired and just recovered from all that. So I am back and ready to go, ready to make some money. And we're going to be back in familiar territory today. That last drive, that overnight that I did, was such a long drive. I drove so far from place to place to place for very little in many instances. It really does drag on you. It really makes you tired. But today is going to be more familiar ground, and we're still going to be driving a lot of miles, but I know what to expect and what kind of plays will be there at different times of the day and stuff like that. So today's goal, play some pot limit Omaha, play some slots, and then this evening play some blackjack, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be hitting multiple casinos, considering adding one more also. I'm going to think about that for a while. I don't have to make that decision for about half an hour or so, and we'll go from there. Today, Sunday, beautiful day today. Almost blue skies, just some light clouds outside, and sun shining through. It's very nice. 54 degrees, and that's going to be the high for the day. Tonight's going to be down into the 30s. So, got election day only a couple days away. I'm excited about that. Get that over with, and being able to focus on myself again after that. But overall, in a good mood today, excited about the possibilities for today, excited about my trip to Vegas, a little bit worried about the government shutdown affecting my plans, but it looks like maybe Wednesday or Thursday that shutdown should be over, so I feel like we're in a good place right now. So, yep, that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, we made it. Just going into our first stop here. It is very busy today, a lot of cars, parking a lot further than I normally would. But here we go. I'm going to take a shot at this place. Hey, I would love to make a few $1,000s today. That would be an ideal goal. Let's start with that. Let's get to 2,000 and then we can try to build on it from there. So that's what we're going to go do here. If anybody would let me cross so I could walk over. And let's go in there and make some money. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So had a couple of short sessions so far. Nothing too exciting, but pretty good start so far. Machines. First session was about one or two machines. Ended that session ahead $417, and then got myself on the pot limit Omaha list, and looked around again, saw a guy playing one that I'm like, oh my gosh, that thing is in such good position. It's never like that. And I see a friend of mine and I wave him over and he's like, yeah, that guy knows what he's doing. Came back around and he just hit it for $6,178 on a $4 spin. Took him like 2 minutes to hit it. So what are you gonna do? And then went back around, looked around a little bit more, and right now I'm up another 67. I'm gonna cash this out because it looks like it's gonna be time for me to get on the pot limit game. So plus 417, plus 67, and I'll come back and let you know what else happens. But very noisy, very loud in here, very busy, and I have seen some people checking stuff, but not a huge number of people, so we still have opportunities. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Man, I was waiting around forever. Walked away for 2 minutes, checked some machines, came back, they'd already called my name. There's only one table going too. So they put me next on the list above the other people, but I missed it by a minute maybe. But we'll see what happens. It looks like it could be a good table, so next on the list. Yeah, unfortunate, but we'll see here. I'm obviously, every time I walk away something happens, but I was here for 20 minutes, nothing happened, and then I just walked away for one little lap around this immediate area and they called. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I was in there for almost 4 hours, and I started thinking maybe when I do this, I should just like keep trying to play like 10 hours. I don't know. Just forget about it. If you're going to get backed off, you're going to get backed off and try to get as much time as possible. But I mean, it's worked so well for this long. It just sometimes feels like a waste when you sit down, you play for 35 or 45 minutes, and you end up leaving barely ahead. You had a comeback, and you exposed your top bet, and now it's time to go, and you didn't really make any money. That's really the down part of all of it. But you want to stay under the radar, you have to do that. So here's what happened. So I don't know if you could hear the other segments that I did, and I really, honestly, lately, I haven't even been listening to my podcast. Usually I'll listen to it before I publish it. And you remember a while back there, I even disclosed the place that I was at, and a friend of mine had to remind me, and I had to go back and fix it. But I've just been making the podcast and been so busy doing other stuff in the car and everything else, life and everything else, that I haven't really listened to it. But I assume you heard the stuff earlier. Just to recap, I had multiple sessions, machines, plus 417, plus 67, and plus 205. So what is that, 680 or so? So I was up 680, and then signed up for Pot Limit Omaha. Waited, didn't get in. Went and played more machines, made another 32, so whatever that is, $700. And then I came back, and they had already given my seat away. I'm like, okay, well, let me just go up there. The other guy's name is still flashing. Maybe he's not here, and they'll give it to me. I walk up there, and they're like, oh, we just called you almost a minute ago. You don't give a guy a full minute? Whatever. So I'm like, okay, so what happens now? Okay, I'll put you back on the list. And I thought, man, they're going to put me at the bottom of the list? Because initially they did. I went at the bottom of the list, and then they moved me up to second. So once they took that person's name off, I was in first position. Was trying to get... trying to wait around to get a seat, and just forever, man, like 35, 40 minutes. I'm just sitting there in first spot. And finally I said to this guy, man, I got a voucher I want to go cash. So if they call my name, will you tell them I'll be back in a minute? And he's like, yeah, man, no problem. I said, all right. So I'm hustling to go cash this voucher, and it's a little bit bigger voucher, so I have to use a certain machine to cash it. I'll go to cash it, and a friend of mine stops me. Hey, what's going on? I'm like, I'm in a big hurry. What's up? And he's like, oh, nothing, never mind. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. And I went and cashed that, came back over, and they still hadn't called me. Waited another 10 or 15 minutes probably, and finally got a seat. And I bought $1,000 in chips for the table. I sat down, 300. Started playing, had it up to like 450 right away, like actually even more than that, like 570. And I was like, well, maybe this is a good time to leave. And I'm like, I've waited for so long, let's try to do a little bit better. And I lose that 300, buy in again, and then a little bit more. I buy in for a total of 800. And a guy next to me needed chips, so I sold him the other 200. So I'm in for 800, and I have two hands that just tear me apart. Let me see, one of them, I've got pictures. I'm trying to organize more, but I'm doing a terrible job. I had ace, 5-6, one suit, and somebody made it 40, I called it, and then like 5 people go all in. And at this point, I'm like, this was earlier. At this point, I'm like, well, I'm getting like 6 times my money, so I'm going for it. I go for it, and flop an ace, and still end up losing. Had a couple other hands, King, King, Queen, Jack, King, King, no, King, Queen, Queen, Jack, and let me pull it up because I put it in this tool that a friend of mine gave me. I'm probably wrong here. Loading. Come on, you're making me look bad. Anyway, there it is. It was Queen, Queen, 10, Jack. Queen, Queen, 10, Jack with a hearts. And the flop was 7, 8, 10. So I had top pair, and I had an over pair, and I needed a 9 for a gut shot. And I thought, well, if I get the 9, then you got 7, 8, 9, 10 on the board, and then I got Jack Queen, so I'm going to win. But there was only one heart on the board. There was a rainbow flop, and I feel like I made a mistake on this one. I just feel like I should have called there, but this tool has me at 39.7%. So I guess I did the right thing by folding. It's just one of these situations that's still hard for me to get. Let me fix this. And then so the turn actually ended up being the 9 that I needed, and I would have had the nut straight. I would have been at 89% at that point. But I'm not really sure, so I'm going to have to research that a little bit. Again, my hand was 10 Jack, Queen, Queen, with the Queen Jack is suited. And then the board was 7, 8, 10, and then a 9 came on the turn. So anyway, a lot of different hands like that, a lot of questionable spots. There was one that I had King, King, Jack, something, and the board came like 9, 6, Jack, and a guy basically raised me all in, and I folded, and I wasn't really sure about that one. That one seems like a good fold, but I'm just not positive. So, well, how did it end up? I ended my session down $796. Basically, the whole 800. You can only bet in $5 increments, so I lost $796. I was able to find a table to play, and amazingly, in about 25 minutes, I ended that session ahead $793. So now I only lost like $3, but it took like almost 3 hours for that. And then I found a couple other machines to play. One of them I won 115. One of them I won 175, and that's where that ended. I don't know where that is. 4, 5, 6, 80, 7, 8, 9, about $1,000. But it was really heartbreaking. It really was. I'm trying to muddle through this and really understand and figure things out. And a friend of mine gave me a lot of good tips, and he gave me a resource to go to, and I'm going to be working on that more. But it's like trying to balance everything has been difficult. The election's only like a little over a day away, and that'll open me up. I'll have a lot more time after that. And then also I'm doing all this other stuff for home. You don't want to hear all about that stuff, but I saw a couple friends while I was in there. One of them is someone who always borrows money, didn't ask me for money. One of them is a really nice guy, just learning advantage slots. He's a poker player, and he's still playing a lot of stuff he shouldn't play, but he's coming up to me saying, I split this play with so-and-so, and we lost 500. That's what he said today, actually. He split a play, they lost 500. What's your entry point? This is where it was. And I said, well, unfortunately, you were really, really far away from it, and at $5 a spin, you're lucky you only lost 500 on it. And he's like, yeah, but so-and-so plays it at this, and they want all this money. I'm like, you have to figure out if you want to be gambling it or if you want to be doing it as an AP. If I say, or if the number is X, that's the break-even number. That's not even the good number. So if you're taking it way before X, then you're negative EV, which means you're gambling. So one machine I sit down, well, I go to sit down, there's no chair, but there's a perfect play right there on the board, and all these people are walking around checking machines. They walked right by it, and I see it, and I said, is this seat taken? And these two ladies, younger girls actually, drinking pretty heavily. Oh no, but there's no chair there. I'm like, okay, well, I can get a chair. I dragged a chair over there, and that's the one I made 175 on. It took me about 10 minutes, but that's really like the longest play I had today. Overall, very, very busy, very loud in there. I told you about the guy who was playing the one machine, ended up hitting for whatever it was, 6178. For some reason sticks in my brain, but I think that was the number. And I heard that he had just hit another one for a similar amount, which is just crazy. Some people, and it happens like that sometimes. It's like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and you're losing on every single play that you do. And then other days, you're taking things borderline and you're winning on every play. But we have to do our best just to stick with the numbers as much as possible. And then as I was getting ready to leave, I saw another guy, talk to him for a few minutes, and he said he was up 180, and I said, well, I'm on my way out, it's all yours, and talked for a few minutes and let him go. And then went and got myself a free yogurt, some nice fruit in it, nice granola, and we're going to be driving here for a little while. So I may actually take a detour. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. So that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys. As we are driving here, I was going to go to one other place, but as it turns out, it's like 3.5 hours from here, or from where I started at the casino. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. I do have some things that I could do there to make some money, but at this time of night, it just doesn't make sense to do that, to go out of my way that far out of my way. So right now we're heading toward home. Still, same problems that we've been having. The problem that we don't really get enough table time right now, but we're working on alternatives. Although I lost money on Pot Limit Omaha today, I am learning, and you're not going to win every session, and I know the chart is probably moving in the right direction. I do need to update that chart, but I'm pretty happy with how I'm developing with it. I just think it's kind of slow, but I know once I get things fine-tuned, then I'll be able to really take off, because I can change my limits to higher limits, play bigger games, and be able to make more money. So, but you have to take baby steps. I mean, if I could do a 1-1 game instead of a 3-3 game, or 3-5 or whatever game, I would do it just to get that experience and to get better at it. But I'm just playing whatever's available to me. So let's do some segments. What did you eat today, MW? Today, actually, my family, we decided to go to a new barbecue place that opened up in our area. And we went there just after it opened up, because it's always packed. And I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that great. I ordered the pulled pork, and I had a wedge salad, and it was just kind of too wet, the pulled pork. I would prefer more of it and not so wet, I guess. I give it probably a 9 on a scale of 2 through 8. So I really wanted it to be a lot better, and I really wanted it to be a place that we would go to more often, but I doubt it. And what did you tip today, MW? I think I probably won 4 hands today on the Pot Limit Omaha, and so I tipped a total of $4. And as far as tables, I tipped $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, I don't know that I learned that much today, other than the one guy that I thought didn't know what he was doing, that it probably turns out that he did. And then the guy that I thought knew what he was doing kind of doesn't know what he's doing. He's really new at this, and unfortunately a lot of people are teaching him a lot of machines, and that's going to cut into my money. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So right now I'm going to continue on my trip here. I'm going to stop for gas again here in a little bit, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, a little bit past 2:30 in the morning, and we are getting kind of close to home. We'll be able to get at least a decent amount of sleep for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a team meeting. There was a ticket I was supposed to take care of last week and totally forgot about it, so we'll be doing that first thing on Monday morning, today morning, and just be doing our normal stuff. So we have Monday is tomorrow. We'll have 2 sessions at the casino. Tuesday, election day, we're going to go vote, and then we'll have 2 sessions at the casino. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be working hard. Saturday, we'll have off, and then we are flying out of town. We're going to Vegas. Let's see. I don't know if I'll play too much Sunday, because early Monday morning we're leaving, so maybe Sunday evening, I'm not sure, maybe some poker locally, so we'll see about that. And then we'll be in Vegas for a while, staying at the Venetian for the first time in a long time, among other places potentially. I haven't really hit up the Wynn yet. I'll probably do that in the next couple days and get that scheduled if that works out with them. That's where I prefer to be anyway. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. We'll catch up more in the morning. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.